Hello and welcome to another Association of PEMF broadcast. I'm Jerry Dreesen, the Executive Director for the Association of PEMF Professionals, and I want to start out by welcoming you. And newcomers, we've got just a whole bunch of new people jumping in here, and this is your first experience with an association, and you've got a PEMF device or you're looking to get one. So we'd like to help you with that journey. And you'll see that we have a membership site that's available where you can learn about things. You'll be getting lots of information also on the inside as far as, best practices, things like that. But you may have already gone through your company as far as a education series, and this is ancillary to that. So it's, in addition to some of the things that we have, and you'll learn more about that as we go along. And again, the AOPP, we're basically the only association for all PEMF professionals. And so we are actually expanding globally. We're now in 4 continents and 6 countries. So we are continuing to grow. And again, 5, 6, 7 years ago, from not knowing what PEMF was to people saying, where can I get one or where can I learn more about it? So again, you are on the ground floor of a launching system. And so we want to welcome everybody, and I want to welcome Lisa Marie. Hi, good to see you again. Glad to see you on the live broadcast here. And I just want to go through some notes that I've been taking for this week. And, people are asking, well, what's the difference between the membership I'm in, if they have if the company they purchased their product from already has an educational membership site, and what's going on inside the AOPP. Well, as a national organization, we go through a whole bunch of things, but some of the small things you may not know about is, we'll talk about like what's in your travel bag. When you're going from place to place, do you have a kit bag? Do you have a go-to bag? Does it, contain all of the things that you need? Is it where you have your attachments, your wipe downs, your pads, your glasses for water, your bottle of water, measurements, things like that. Because what we go through on the human side, we check range of motion. So what was the person's range of motion in their neck before you did a session on them? And what is it afterwards? And so now you can show verifiable results. And so you get to track those things and even report that information to us, because the more we get from out in the field, the better we can report also to those that are just starting out. So that's one of the things we talk about is what's in your travel bag. Another thing that we go through that's a set of techniques that we do. People will just place the PEMF device on the area that they want to do a session on. And that's what I call static. And it will sit there, but you can move that device around and kind of get a little bit of different angle, because the body itself over time will get used to that signal going through the tissue at that angle. And so if you can change the angle. And so that's the passive side. But active is where they're moving the area. So if you're putting it on a shoulder, if you can imagine the person's now moving their shoulder while that's on there. And then also to add to that, you can put a weight or a rubber tubing resistance on that shoulder. So now they're doing a active with weight. So that's another program that we cover in depth on the membership side when you become a member. Another thing that's on the inside is links. And some of you have been finding our old links, we've redesigned the website. And so some of the old links are still sticking around. So if you have the ability to refresh your browsers or just to check your bookmarks and make sure that you have updated those things, clearing the cache on your browser, that'll help you out too. But if you are finding a link that takes you to a page, feel free to let us know. I'll drop that little ticker banner in here. And so it shows you where you can email us or contact us as we go through that. So that's another important thing. And then also, we're seeing this quite a lot. And those of you that are out working and getting in contact with people, and when you sit there and you use language, and I've tried so far with this live session to make sure I'm saying the word sessions, even though as a healthcare provider, I'm a chiropractor. As a physician, we can use the word treatment. We can use the word as far as in our when we're talking about a therapy device versus a wellness machine. And so those are some things you have to find out with what's available or what you can say in your state. So, unless you have a degree as a physician, or, if you're in a primary care physician status, you can use the word treatment, but otherwise you have to use the word session, and not just when you say it, but on your website and in your handouts that you have. So just, pay close attention to that. And again, as far as using a therapy device versus a wellness machine, and, the PEMF is both, but it just depends on how you can state it. And so again, those are some of the things to take a look at. So just make sure that you are, let me grab the contents here, using the appropriate language for where you are and what your state allows. Also, another great reason for joining us is we've got lawyers, and they're there to help you out. So if you are having some regulation and enforcement issues, get a hold of us and let us know what's going on. If there are new changes or notifications, if you're getting something in the mail, if you're getting something emailed to you from a committee or regulations group. For instance, if they'll, on the equine side, will they allow you to use blankets or not? Is there like the amount of time before a race and the amount of time afterwards? Are you being limited if you're not a vet? A lot of times these people on the regulatory boards, they just need to be educated. And coming from a organization like the AOPP, we can now tell them anybody that's from the AOPP has specific training in best practices on how to do all these things. And so we're regulating our members so that the regulation committees don't have to worry about it. So again, if you're having any of that, just go ahead and contact us. And the link is below. A couple other things I talked about last week was our social media packages. And so again, as a member, you'll have access to a lot of our products that we make as far as posting. So if you have like a Facebook page or an Instagram or a blog, you can use our media to help promote you and to keep your flow going. And that's one of the things that's important. In fact, you'll even notice it on our Facebook page. We're doing constant checks. Oh, hold on a second here. Let me jump over here. There we go. Evidently, my microphone shifted on me, but thank you for that comment. And as far as the audio going in and out, sometimes when we jump on these broadcasts, our microphones get shifted. And so I apologize if the audio had been bad up to this point. So as I was saying, you can become part of this if you jump on our Facebook page for AOPP, which is, if you're watching live, that's where you are. You'll see that we're including a lot of new updates and new media, and we're changing that. We're swapping out colors and things like that. So you get to have pieces of those too for your marketing. And then Some things that are new is our chart notes and brochures. So we're updating those. So as a member, you'll get a release form. You'll get initial session questionnaire. You'll be able to have a chart where you're marking the areas where you are putting PEMF on somebody, and the results, things like that. So you can create that folder for the people that you're working on. So another thing that we're doing too is we've got a brochure in the making. It'll be out, I think, by the end of next week. It's a trifold, but it's something you can hand somebody. It's like, here's what I do, and it's all AOPP part of that. And so we make sure that it's all the language in it is proper. So another reason to become a member is you'll get access to those things. And then also, if you would like to pass the word along, we'd like you to like and share what you're seeing. And the more people that see this and know about it and are interested in it and become part of this amazing group that is growing leaps and bounds, this year is going to be quite a year for us. We've already exploded in membership, and I can just see it growing even more and more. And it's because of people like you who are liking and sharing these things. And so, and again, we have our YouTube page is also broadcasting this live, but Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, we're in all of those places. So feel free to grab those and share. And again, if you have any questions, or if you want to become a member, all you have to do is just jump over to our website, and you'll see the links on where you can go to look at the different membership levels. But if you have any questions, or if you have any tips, if you're seeing something out there that you're doing and that you're using that's working, feel free to jump out there as well. info@PEMFprofessionals.com. But again, you can go to PEMFprofessionals.com and look at becoming a member. There's lots of other things I didn't get a chance to talk about today, but in future videos, I'm also going to be talking about single areas, like how PEMF works with headaches or how it works with sinuses, and you'll be getting some of those things as well. So look forward to seeing you again next week. Have a great week this week, and keep on PEMFing. All right, take care. We'll see you in a week.